Breaking news, everyone, and welcome back. We continue our coverage of today's historic Senate vote to repeal the military's Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy that banned gays and lesbian service members from serving openly. The vote was 65 to 31 to repeal, and President Obama says he will sign the bill into law. I want to talk more about it now with Michelangelo Signorile. He is a writer and columnist, and he's a host of a show on Sirius XM satellite radio. It's on OutQ. So, Michael, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming in after this vote.
Thank you,
You've
Tom.
been listening to all of the people we've been speaking to in Washington. You heard Dan Choi. You talk about it every day with people on radio. What's your reaction, and what have you been hearing?
It is a great day, certainly for gays and lesbians serving in the military, but it's a great day for our country and for civil rights. And it's a monumental day for gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender people. The military is the largest employer in the United States, and it is the last department, the last institution within the federal government that was discriminating against people. We now have the federal government of the United States not discriminate against people on the basis of sexual orientation. That is a big deal, and it will go far for people all across this country.
I want to ask you this, and I will ask some of my colleagues who are in the service of civil rights. Do you think it's fair to compare this moment to the integration of the military?
I think in many ways it's similar, except for the fact that gays and lesbians have been serving in the military. They just haven't been open. Now they're allowed to come out. They're allowed to actually say who they are. There are similarities in that there was a lot of fear. There was a lot of bigotry. It took a political will. It took political coverage, and it didn't cause any problems. The same thing applies here.
Well, it's interesting because back in 2000, when they did it in the UK, I've been watching a number of reports, and they said this all happened. There was this big uproar, and then nothing once it did happen. That nothing happened. So you think it'll be the same thing here? Do you think all of those things will come true, what Senator McCain and others who oppose this bill are saying?
Absolutely not. As I said, gays and lesbians have been serving. The only problem has been the stress that they feel to have to keep it a secret. That has been the problem. Otherwise, there has been no issue at all. And now people are going to be able to serve with dignity, not feel they have to hide. And most of the people who are in the military who are not gay, in the surveys, in the studies we saw, said that it didn't matter to them. They knew gay and lesbian people. It wasn't a big deal to them.
Hey, Michael, are you surprised by the bill, the 180, this turn? Because it seemed like this bill was dead, even just a week ago. And then it came back up, and I was sitting here reporting, I think it was yesterday, and John King came on and said, hey, listen, there has been some interesting developments when it comes to Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And all of a sudden, we're here just within a week. Are you surprised by that?
You know, you're always surprised when you have all of these losses and letdowns and you don't want to get yourself built up again. But I have to say that it happened because there was a real will to get it done, and it happened because activists pushed really, really hard. And I hope that
I get
a lot of the you know,
I get that. I don't mean to cut you off because I think you're a very smart guy, and I want to get some interesting, I think you have an interesting perspective. I want to get it in before I have to go to break here. Where do you think we go from here? Where do you think the country goes from here? Is this a watershed moment for other issues when it concerns gay rights?
Absolutely. We are now waiting for a decision in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals on Proposition 8 and marriage. That may go to the Supreme Court. The society is changing. The country is changing. This is going to send a enormous message throughout the country that discrimination is not acceptable. It is going to have an effect on private industry as well. Yeah. It is a very big deal, and we will look back on it.
Michelangelo Signorile, I appreciate your perspective. Again, thank you for coming in on a Saturday for us.
Thank you, Don.
And I want to say my Twitter account, you're very welcome.